Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We have a ton of content coming out for you guys every single week. We don't want you to miss a thing. Our usual shout out of appreciation to our patrons. All those tips and support are highly appreciated. It's only going to go towards making the channel better. We're hoping to add a lot more games to the channel, such as roulette, video keno, video poker, carnival games, things along those lines. We just want to do it right, which is going to be very expensive, so it's going to take some time. You could help us out if you wanted to. If not, no big deal. We appreciate you guys just tuning in, but if you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description down below this video on the patronage. And for our patrons, we do hope you are appreciating those patron-only exclusive videos we're putting out for you guys every single week. If you have anything you'd like to see, just email us on the site. We're more than happy to film it for you. As for the rest of you, please continue tuning in. We have, like I said, a ton of content coming out. And if you have any suggestions, questions, strategies, anything related to craps, baccarat, blackjack, payouts, casinos, Vegas in general, just go ahead and shoot us an email at sincityliving@gmail.com. We absolutely love to shoot these videos for you guys. It is our favorite thing to do. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into today's video. So for this week's video, I want to go over some real rolls that I had and that I was a part of, and I want to show some strategies that could be used, some of the more common strategies that would be used for playing dice, and how they would have performed with these particular rolls. And I want to show why with all of these strategies, like when we show these strategies, we show them on the statistical likelihood, 15, 30, 45, and 60 roll hands without a 7, and how the statistical likelihood of various numbers coming. But we also point out that the whole point behind almost any of these strategies that involve any sort of pressing is that you're looking for those rolls that break the statistics, the rolls where you have a number hit a certain number of times within 30 rolls instead of 60 rolls that it normally would take, or hit a certain number of times within 10 rolls instead of 30 rolls. Because that's where these strategies, while they look fantastic when you get every number up to table max and you're collecting money, in reality these strategies, people are really just looking for one number. They're really looking for one number to really make it and hit. So the last time I worked, I was doing my best to memorize rolls that came up, and actually ended up giving me a headache. It's really tough because so many rolls really didn't have anything going on, and then I had to hold on to that in my memory until my next break so I could try and write them down. So I only managed to get 2 of them. One of them turned out to be 22 rolls, and one of them turned out to be 20 rolls. And I can tell you now, both of them, normally we would say 22 rolls, we're looking at about a 25-minute hand. The 22 roll one was about a 14-minute hand. And the reason for that was there were not a lot of players doing much as far as betting goes. We had decent number. I mean, every single player had a few place bets, or I think one player was a combat player. But nobody was doing any presses other than some real standard, press me 1 unit or something every so often, not even every roll. So we were getting really fast rolls. So both of these rolls were less than 20 minutes. So both rolls that I'm going to show you were relatively quick in the grand scheme of things as far as good rolls go. So I want to show them with a couple of different strategies. I'm going to show them and I'm going to start at table minimum, and actually I'm going to do them 2 different ways. I'm going to do them at table minimum, which was $10, and then I'm going to do them as if the player did 130 or 135 across, playing with the green, because we get that also when someone buys in for say 1,000 or so. And I'm going to show the iron cross, mid press, and a power press method. And I'm going to try and show for all these. Hopefully I can get both of these rolls into one video. If not, then I'll shoot a second video for it. So here is how the first roll went. So come out roll, I'm not going to worry about pass line bets. Okay, come out roll, point got marked as a 6. So first we're going to look at the iron cross player. So we'll do an iron cross player right here. Standard iron cross. Then we're going to do a player doing 64 across, and a player doing 160 across. And these are the mid pressers. Okay. And then we're going to do the same 64 across, only this time this player is the power presser, and 160 across, and again the power presser. So this is how it's going to work. We've got our field bet player, mid press starting at table minimum, mid press starting in the green, power press starting at table minimum, power press starting in the green. So let's look at this roll. So after the point was established, the next roll was a 4. So the iron cross player collected their $10. The mid press player got paid $19 because it was a buy. And so they got paid $19. So the mid press player would press it 1 unit. And same thing with the player starting in the green. As a mid press player, they're likely going to go to 35 and collect this green right here. I'm going to leave these right here so they're within view of the camera. Then we've got our power press player. So our power press player would have thrown in another $1, and they would have gone up to 30 bucks. And then we've got the power press player over here. Same thing. They're going to throw in $1. They're going to go up to $75. Okay. So the next roll after that was a 4. Oh, now I remember this roll. I remember this roll. 3 4s in a row to start off with, and all 3 of them were hard. All 3 rolls were 2 2s. Because I remember making the joke of, well, that's the parlay that got away because not a single person was. Oh no, one person was on the hard ways. They did all the hard ways for $1 and they collected. There's no parlay involved in that. And I looked at that and thought, man, that would have been a fantastic parlay. But you never know. So this is the way it goes. So with the second 4, once again, the iron cross player gets paid there. So next we've got the mid press player. So the mid press player would get paid $29, and at this point they're going to collect and go up to a quarter. Try and keep the money separate so I can color it up when I need it. And then the other mid press player is going to get paid $68. And they are likely going to go up to 50 and collect the rest. Now the power press player is going to get paid $58, likely going to throw in the $2 so that they can get their 60, and with the 60, take it up to 90. So the power press player is in the hole still, as will the next power press player. So this person is going to get paid $146. They're going to throw in $4 to make it $150, and this power press player would likely go to $200. Next roll was another 4. So again, this player is getting paid on the field. Mid-press player would throw in $1, take it up to 50, collect that one. The other mid-press player would throw in $2, take it up to 100 and collect the 50. The power press player, so this player is going to pay $4 in a vig, right? And they're going to get paid $186. Okay, so we're going to cut out $186. And what do they have to work with? This player goes to 300. They throw in some of their profit. So they're actually in the hole because they had to throw in a few dollars. And the other power press player, the one that started with 300, is going to get paid $390, right? $390. So this player is very likely going to collect right here and just take it up to 500 because it makes it easy at this point. Okay, easy. Easy is good. So the next roll after that was an 8. So iron cross player loses here, but gets paid, so they put their cross back. So the mid press player right here would go a press 1 unit type of situation. This mid-press player right here would likely go to 42. We're running out of ones. So they're going to get paid 35. They're going to go to 42. They're going to collect the rest. This player is a power press player, so they are going to throw in more money, and they're going to go straight up to 30. And this player is going to throw in $1. They're going to take it up to 66. Okay. Now, after that came a 5. So on a 5, iron cross player loses, replaces. Let me switch some of this stuff out so I have a little bit more ammo. Okay, so iron cross player. Now we've got the mid press player. The mid press player will press at 1 unit. This mid press player, who is, I don't know why I set that up, that should not be there. This mid press player would go to 36, collect their green. This power press player would throw in $1, go to a quarter. And this power press player would just stack it all up. So after the 5 came another 4. This was an interesting roll. So this player would have, iron cross player would have gotten their 10. Mid press player would throw in 2 for 100 and would go to 100 most likely. Other mid press player would throw in 5 for 200 and most likely would go to 200. Some mid press players might just go to 100 on that or 150 on that, but a lot of them are going to go to 200 on that because they're still collecting a black, so they're happy with that. Right? So this power press player is getting paid $585. Let's go ahead and cut out 585. And then when you look at what they've got available, most likely, most of them are going to go to 750. Some of them are going to go all the way. They're going to go 800, 875, something along those lines. But most of them are going to go to 750, especially because this table was a $2,000 max bet, and that's what they're keeping in mind. Now, this power press player is going to throw in a green to get paid 1,000, stack it up, all of it, because again, power press, that's the goal. Now the next roll after that was a winner 6, right? So the point would come off. Now let's look at how these would have paid. Iron cross player, mid press player, other mid-press player, sorry, I'm speeding up just a little bit. I usually do these super slow, but I don't want to run out of time. This is a power press player, or I'm sorry, I'm over here. This is a power press player, so they're going to throw in money. They're going to throw in $4. Let's just take it out right now. And this player would throw in $1. I'm not going to bother making change there. They would throw in $1, and they would go all the way up to 66. So now we had a next we have a come out roll. The come out roll came out to be a 5. So nobody's getting paid because most people weren't working on that. This player would have lost if they had a field bet. A lot of iron cross players won't have a field bet on the come out roll. So however you want to play it. Next roll after that was a 10. So iron cross player paid. Mid press player paid 19. Collect some. Mid press player, throw in $1, go to 50. Power press player, throw in $1, go to 30. Other power press player, or let's say throw in those $2 and the other one earlier, go all the way up. After that came a 6. So iron cross player would have made 11. I'm not going to keep taking that, just would have made 11. Mid press player at this point is going to go up to 30. Because they're still collecting some. This player is going to go up to 60, also a mid-press player. Power press player is going to throw in $1, not going to make the change. And come all the way up. This power press player is going to throw in $7. Just since I have it, we'll go ahead and grab the change. But obviously I don't feel like breaking down those fives because I have camera time issues here. And they would go all the way up. So they would throw in the $7 to go all the way up to $150. Okay. Now we had another 4 roll. So another 4 rolls. So iron cross player is going to get paid their $10. Mid press player is going to throw in 5. Press it up 100. Collect a black. Other mid press player is going to throw in 10. They're going to collect 400. And either go to 3 or 400. We'll say this player would go to 400. Now this power press player has a vig of $37. Okay, gonna have to pay $37. Don't have it sitting here, so I'm just gonna say they'll throw in their 37. We could always make change out of this. They're gonna throw in their 37 in order to get paid $1,500 and go to table max. Table max was 2,000. In fact, I'll take 37 out of here just for fun. Now this other power press player right here, their vig is going to be $75. Okay? $75 on a vig. Don't have it sitting here, so we're going to take it out of the payout. Okay, so this would pay $2,925. Now, 2,000 is the max table max. So this power press player would be at table max. Okay. Next came a 10. So once again, this player makes their $10. This player is a mid-press player, so they're going to go up to a quarter. This player is also a mid-press player. Let's say they throw in throw in a 5, so they would get 103. They would go to 100. Power press player over here would throw in $2 in order to get paid 60. All the way up. Power press player over here would throw in $4 in order to get paid 150. So we'll pay it 200, 450. Go up to 200, collect a quarter, most likely. Next came another 4. So another 4 hit. So this player, well, first we've got our iron cross player, is going to make their $10. So now the mid-press player throws in their $2 to collect their 400. And again, either going up to 100 or going up to 300 or 400. We'll say they go up to 400 so they can collect their blacks. This player throws in $20 for their vig. And they're going to get paid $800. Okay. $800. As a mid-press player, this player has quite a bit to work with. Likely, a lot of them, honestly, are going to go to 500. I'm not going to get too creative with it because most of them absolutely would go to 500. Now we've got a power press player over here. They are already at table max. So they're going to throw in 100 and they're going to collect $4,000. Same thing for this player over here. They're going to throw in 100 and they're going to collect $4,000. Swap this one out. And okay, I've just got a few minutes left in the video. So I'm actually going to just kind of fly through this to show you guys the last couple things. So next roll was a 9. Next 2 rolls were a 9. So the iron cross player, and of course, and these guys mid press up a little bit and power press up over here to really no avail. And another 9 came right after that. So again, iron cross makes $10. These guys mid press up a little bit more. They would have gone from 15. Now they would have gone 10 to 15. Now they would go to 25. They would have gone to 36. Now they would be going to 50. And then same thing. These guys are power pressing. They're not collecting anything. And then the kicker, another 4 came. So these guys are going to mid-press. This player is likely going to go up to probably 1,000 at this point. And this player also would go up to 1,000. Both of these players are going to collect their $4,000. So now they would have collected $8,000. Or this player would have collected 8,000. This player didn't collect quite so much last time around. Oh no, they were already at table max as well. So they're collecting even more money. Next was a winner. So the point came off, winner 5, so these guys did their usual stuff. Then an 11, then a 0.6, and then another 4 came. So once again, these guys collected $4,000. Now both of these guys would have collected 1,000 because they would then press up to table max. They would have been at 1,000, press it up, collect 1,000. So these guys would have made some money too. And then came the 7 out. So this roll, again, was less than 15 minutes long. About 12 to 14 minutes if I remember correctly, because I remember that stick person got 3 shooters out of what was going on. So less than 15 minutes. Iron Cross player makes, I know I skipped a few, so it makes like 150, 175. Mid-press player starting at table minimum is going to make $500, $600, $700, which is not bad at all. Mid-press player starting in the green is going to make over 1,000, not bad. Power press player starting at table minimum is looking at probably making around $10,000, and the power press player starting in the green is going to make about $15,000, 14 or 15,000. So that right there is the whole point behind so many of these strategies, the power presses and the mid presses, is not that we're looking for the 50-minute roll, but we're looking for the shorter roll that just breaks the expectations and has one specific number roll far more than statistical likelihood. So I hope you guys find this interesting. I will have another video with another roll that we had the exact same day, and we had multiple rolls like that. There's just the only 2 that I could remember every number that rolled. So please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.